Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Sunstone, and today I will be sharing a ton of helpful tips and tricks for catching bugs and fish on Coral Island. But before we get into the video, please keep in mind that these features are still work in progress, so we will continue to see refinements and improvements with future game updates. But for now, I'm here to help, so let's get into it. Overall, for both bugs and fish, there will be different critters available during different seasons, at different times of day, and in different locations. So make sure you're going on fishing and bug catching expeditions within each season, in the morning, day, and night, and all around the island to maximize your chances of catching a wide variety of critters. Now let's start off with bugs. Please keep in mind that some of these tips will also apply to catching critters underwater while diving, but we will see further changes, additions, and improvements to undersea critters specifically in the updates to come. So today's primary focus will be on bugs. First, I will explain how the bug catching mechanics actually work. When you first approach a bug, it will become aware of your presence when you are a certain distance away from it. Once the bug has noticed you, an awareness meter or timer will appear above the critter, indicating how long you have to catch them before they will flee. Different bugs are more or less sensitive to your presence depending on their rarity. So, if you are super far away from a bug and it notices you, this is one you really want to try and catch. To catch a bug, you have to equip your bug net and left click and hold to start sneaking. Once you are just the right distance from the bug itself will highlight in green and the indicator will show an exclamation mark instead of a question mark. And this is the moment when you need to release your mouse button and swing your net for a successful catch. Sometimes you will only have a split second to do this, depending on the bug, so reaction time is a huge factor at play. That's the general idea of how to catch bugs and critters on Coral Island, so now please let me provide you with some tips. First off, there are actually upgrades for your bug net available for purchase at the Beach Shack, and I would definitely recommend saving up money for these. You are given the basic net for free from Sunny and Eleanor, but you can upgrade to the improved bug net for 3,700 coins as soon as you have the money available. You can even further upgrade your net to the quality bug net, which becomes available for purchase at the Beach Shack once you've reached level 5 in catching and costs 12,000 coins. Each of these upgraded nets will offer an increased catch angle and radius to make catching easier. Next, let's talk tips for skills and leveling up, which you definitely want to do because it will unlock not only the quality bug net, but also useful perks and craftables to help your critter catching. The more bugs you catch, the more you will increase your mastery. So if you're struggling with the mechanics, I would suggest going for lots of easy to catch bugs at first to help you level up your skills and unlock the perks that will help you catch more challenging bugs later on. You will be able to redeem skill points at levels 2, 4, 6, and 8 in the current build of the game, meaning you can pick 4 out of the 6 available perks once you have maxed out your skill. To make critter catching easier, I would recommend redeeming the following perks: Light Feet to lower the awareness of insects and ocean critters by 10%, Balanced Body to increase your movement speed while holding a net by 50%. Please note that this applies specifically to when you're sneaking, not just whenever you're holding the net. And finally, Scent Duration, which will make bug scents last for 25% longer when catching. And that actually leads us to my next tip, which is to use insect scents for really tricky to catch bugs. Insect scents are consumable items that decrease the awareness of bugs you're trying to catch, so basically making them less sensitive to your presence. All insect scents are craftable recipes that you will unlock at different skill levels, so you can make them yourself. However, once you unlock the recipe, the items will also become available for purchase at the Beach Shack if you'd prefer to just buy them flat out. You will unlock Ground Insect Scent A as soon as you reach level 1 in catching, so you can start using these right away. This insect scent will lower the awareness of ground bugs, so to be clear, the ones crawling on the ground, by 15%, and after you consume this item, it'll last for about 3 minutes. So to maximize the consumable, 2, eat 1, and then go around catching as many bugs as you can. There is also an improved version of this consumable, Ground Insect Scent B. This unlocks at catching level 4 and will lower ground insect awareness by a whopping 40%. This one is really helpful for catching those evasive ground insects, and in my experience, the effects last for about 5 to 6 minutes. So don't miss out on this helpful item. There is also a third insect scent available, Flying Insect Scent C. This consumable unlocks at bug catching level 7 and will lower flying insect awareness by 15%, with the effects lasting for about 3 minutes post-consumption. I'm imagining that in a future update, we will receive Flying Insect Scent D once our skill cap is also increased past the current max of level 8, and I'm guessing that this Flying Insect Scent would match the stats of Ground Insect Scent B. Next up, I also have a few helpful movement tips for you, which I will do my best to describe and demonstrate. So first up is head first. With this strategy, approach bugs from the front while they're also approaching you. If you are able to do this right, even once the bug becomes aware of you, it will continue to move towards you, meaning that you're doubling the movement speed with not only your player approaching the bug, but the bug approaching your player, which can increase your chances of a successful catch. You're essentially leading the bug right towards you. Number 2 is second chance. If you're approaching a bug and notice that the awareness meter is filling up quicker than you can get close enough to catch it, you can actually give yourself a second chance to catch it by quickly leaving the bug's zone of awareness. So walk in the opposite direction. If you do this before the bug flees and keep away from it for a few moments, the awareness indicator will reset. This gives you a chance to eat a consumable or try a different technique to approaching it, like the third movement method, which is the dash method. Now, I know some of you love this technique, but I would only recommend using it as a last resort for tricky to catch insects because you will only have one chance to execute it. With the dash method, you have to align yourself with the bug you want to catch from just the right distance. Once you're ready, press the spacebar to dash toward the bug and then quickly swing your net to catch it. Now, this might be an easy method for some of the easy to catch bugs, especially once you get more practice with it, but like I said, you will only have a split second to catch those rare and legendary bugs, so definitely try the other methods first if you can, but this is a great last resort option. And finally, for bug and critter catching, if all else fails, wait. There's no need to stress because in the next summer update, launching sometime in May, the team will actually be adding 4 bug and critter traps to the game. Once you unlock these with your catching mastery, you will be able to place the traps around the island and in the ocean to passively catch critters, and you will even be able to apply scents to them, influencing what you catch. So now that you are a bug catching expert, let's move on to fish. First off, I will explain how the fishing mechanics work. In Coral Island, you can fish from basically anywhere. You just need to stand near a body of water, equip your fishing pole, and cast the line by clicking and holding your mouse button to fill your gauge and then releasing. The higher the cast number, the further you will cast your line. Once your line is cast, you just have to wait for a fish to bite, and once the fish does bite, the minigame will automatically start. You don't need to time any initial click to activate it. In the fishing minigame, your objective is to fill up the meter to reel in the fish. You do this by clicking and holding or tapping the left mouse button strategically. You need to balance reeling the fish in with the tension that is indicated by the squiggly lines on either side of the meter. If you pull too hard too fast, tension can accumulate quickly, especially for rare and legendary fish, and your line will snap. So when you see the tension accumulate, release your mouse button and give the fish a little break. Once it settles down again, start clicking and holding, rinse and repeat until the fish is caught. Be sure to not click the right mouse button, as this will cut your line and cancel the catch entirely. Once you have the general idea of how to catch fish, believe me, you will get the hang of it, especially if you follow the tips I will be sharing next. First off, just like bug nets, there are also upgrades for your fishing pole available for purchase at the Beach Shack, and you definitely want to save up and purchase these. You are given the basic fishing pole for free from Sunny and Eleanor, but upgrade to the improved fishing pole for 4,050 coins as soon as you have the money. You can even further upgrade to the quality fishing pole, which becomes available for purchase at the Beach Shack once you've reached level 5 in fishing and costs 12,000 coins. Each of these upgraded fishing poles will offer increased cast lengths, along with improvements to reeling speed and the amount of tension the pole can take, making fishing much easier. Now, speaking of cast length, my next tip is to always cast as far as your current fishing pole allows you to. Increased cast length will minimize your chance of getting trash and will increase your odds of catching medium, large, uncommon, rare, and legendary fish. Unless your primary focus is to catch small common fish or trash, I would definitely suggest casting as far as possible every single time. Next, I will share my tips for which fishing perks I think you should redeem to help you out with tougher catches. Similar to bug catching, you will unlock skill points to spend at levels 2, 4, 6, and 8, so you will be able to choose 4 out of the 6 perks in the current build of the game. I think the most important perk currently available is the Strong Arms perk, which will lower fish resistance or tension while fishing by 10%. The only other perk currently available that will help you directly with your catches is the Lucky Angler perk, which gives you a 3% chance for an instant pull when fishing. With this one, you just have to cross your fingers and hope that it kicks in when you have a legendary fish on the line. I would also recommend redeeming the Quality Fish perk, which gives you a 10% chance for a better quality catch, because there are several very difficult to catch quality fish required on the catch altar, specifically the silver sardine and the silver koi, so this perk can help with that. Next are my tips for using fish bait. First off, to attach any bait to your fishing pole, you must place it in the equipable slot in your inventory, like so. But which bait should you use? Well, there are currently 4 types implemented in game, 3 of which are still available to unlock. You will unlock small fish bait at fishing level 1, medium fish bait at fishing level 4, and large fish bait at fishing level 8. Now, the bait will increase your chances of attracting fish the same size as the bait size by 25%. So in my opinion, I feel like the large fish bait is the most worth it, as large fish are the most difficult to catch, followed by the medium bait. You're already highly likely to catch small fish with any cast, but the small fishing bait can help reduce the amount of trash you will reel in if you are trying to catch a specific small fish. If you still have access to the previous fish bait that is crafted using spider fur, using this will actually reduce the fish's bite time, allowing for quicker catches. For anyone, I would highly recommend slowing the in-game time down to 50% when fishing, even if you prefer to typically play at a quicker pace, just so you have lots of time for lots of catches. But this specific fish bait can help even further. Please note that since it was removed in the latest update, it won't be available right now if you haven't already unlocked the recipe, and there's always a chance in the future it may be removed entirely or that it will become ineffective. However, I'm guessing they will either reintroduce it in an update to come or replace it with a new, helpful type of bait that offers different buffs outside of targeting fish size alone. But that is just speculation on my part. Finally, for my fishing tips, try fishing in unexpected locations. Many fish are available in very specific spots around the island, some of which you might not even realize are actually distinct from one another. Others you might not know you can fish from at all. Here are the different spots that I've discovered, each allowing me to catch new types of fish. There are different fish available in different rivers, the forest, the farm area, and the woodlands. There are different fish available in different ocean spots, the docks, the beach, and the lookout. Of course, there's also the lake, but a few more spots I've discovered that you might easily miss are this spot here, right below your farm, this spot between your farm and the entrance to the giant village, the rice fields, yes, really, Zara actually told me about this one, and even in the caverns. There could definitely be even more distinct areas than what I've discovered so far, but fish in all these different locations to catch a wide variety of fish. A little bonus tip for all types of critters is that you can actually find certain types when rummaging through trash cans, and what's available in the trash does change seasonally, so rummage away. Well, there you have it, friends. Those were my tips and tricks for catching critters on Coral Island. I really hope you found this helpful, and please let me know down in the comments which tip helped you the most, which one you're going to try out, and which critter you are trying to catch. Anything and everything, you know I always love hearing from you. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and until next time, take care. And a very special thanks to Meredith, Formotus, Tansy, Cisco, Cheese, Divine Raven, and Blossom, my beautiful Sunstone members. I love you all very much, and thank you so much for the extra support, which really helps to make all that I do on the channel possible and means the world to me.